Hello and welcome to the Main Cave. Here's a question for you. If you are still waiting to find stock of either an Xbox Series X or a PS5, shouldn't you just buy a Series S in the meantime? In today's video, I'm going to go through why I got one, followed by why I think maybe you should get one too, finishing with the reasons why you may want to wait. A spoiler alert, if you have $300 or £250 burning a hole in your pocket, then this video is for you. Today, I'm not going to tell you what's best, PS5, Xbox Series X, but merely put the argument forward for you buying the next-gen console that is readily available in any shop on any high street today. The latest generation of consoles was released to the public towards the end of 2020. Now that's coming up to 2 years ago. Still to this very day, it's hard, but not impossible mind, to get either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, the flagship of Sony and Microsoft, without resorting to inflated prices on eBay or second-hand high street stores. But there is one voice within all the noise of console shortages, and that's coming from Microsoft with their Xbox Series S. The baby brother, the younger cousin, call it what you like, it's a slimmed down version of the X and it's readily available at a really good price. A Nintendo Switch OLED will set you back £300 or around $300. The Series S is around £250 or shy of $300. And for £250, a console that can hold its own in the next gen gaming scene. Let's go have a quick look at the specs of it compared to the most powerful console on the planet. So here we have then the Series X has 1 TB of space, the S has half that at 500 GB. Both though can achieve 120 FPS. The X has 12 teraflops, the S has 4. The X can do true 4K, the S 1440. Both are capable of 8K HDR, both have Dolby Atmos and DTS 5.1, and both with HDMI 2.1 output. So far, it's not really a question of should you, it's a question of why haven't you. The X does have more teraflops, bigger storage and a bump in resolution, but in reality, would you notice? I'd say the storage space you definitely would, but you could just add your own SSD into it, albeit at an extra cost adding to your bottom line. Some channels on YouTube have taught us to pixel peep and be alert to very minor details in gaming resolution, but at the end of the day, fire up Forza Horizon on the S and you'll be amazed by the way it looks. And you'll probably ask yourself, can it get any better? Well, of course it can, it does on the X, but you will still be amazed at how well games run on such a tiny machine. Again, I reiterate, the Series S is under £250, and for a next-gen console, that is great. And if you are waiting for a PS5 or a Series X, then why wouldn't you get one? Even if you end up with an X or a PS5 when you're readily available, then there's always the option of selling the S that would offset the price of your console of choice. So that's all the talk of hardware. If I haven't convinced you with that already, are you aware of Game Pass? This is the shining feather in Microsoft's cap, the seemingly impossible service whereby you get access to several day one AAA games along with a plethora of around 100 titles for only a monthly fee of £11 or $15, or for a cheaper version of £8 and $10. So £11 or $15 a month, what that gets you is over 100 games to instantly download, day one release of Xbox official titles, the ability to play the games from the cloud, and Xbox Gold thrown in with other perks like discounts and so forth. As I mentioned briefly earlier, there is a cheaper option if you want to, just pay £8 or $10 a month, and that's just for the Game Pass, which I think is what I'll be changing to, as I don't have much use for the other benefits that the Ultimate offers. So there are a few reasons why you should buy an Xbox Series S in 2022. But here are some reasons not to. I believe there are 3 main reasons why you wouldn't want to. Number 1, you don't want to buy twice. Money is an issue for many of us, and simply buying a console in the meantime just won't work. You saved up enough for a Series X or a PS5, adding another £250 on top is just going to be too much. Secondly, it's not the best that there is. The Series S is a half step to next generation, or it's actually more like a 3/4 step. It's very close to being next gen without actually achieving what the X or the PS5 can throw at you. And for some people, second best just isn't good enough. It has a smaller HD, less flops, etc. And you may be of the thought that you want all in or nothing, which I fully appreciate. And finally, discs. All this talk of Game Pass is great, but it is all digital. What if you want to play games on disc or play rented games? Then you can't on an S. digital only, I'm afraid. But it does beg the question, why do you need to buy and rent games when you have access to over 100 games on Game Pass? But I completely get that it's important to people to rent them or to buy games on disc. So there you have it then. That was a brief rundown of the S and why I think you should at least consider one if you can't get hold of an X or a PS5 in 2022. The little package packs a punch and it cannot be dismissed, especially as you can currently walk into many stores and pick one up today. So do you have an S? What do you think? Why did you get one? Do let me know down in the comments below. Please do like and subscribe for more content, and also let me know what videos you want to see on the channel. That's all from the Main Cave. Till then, bye bye.